at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. To throw is Rodgers. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Packers hit 12-1 now to start play. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, Charles, before the game, we were talking with him and said, hey, you know you're close to 65,000 career passing yards.
I know. How did you do that?
He just kind of smiled and walked away, but he just passed that number, 65,000 career passing yards.
I always get a kick out of it when they don't want to talk about it. But if you had said a number that was incorrect, he would have corrected you and then said, but I'm not really thinking about it.
Congratulations, Noah. Now just 5,000 away from 70K. Unbelievable.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes, and the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 13. Will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raidersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know. Look.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 36. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. That ball caught by Harrison, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Bo Melton, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Rodgers. He's able to find Melton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And again, it's Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this one is right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll set up a throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That's to a man who's used to catching passes in the green and gold, Davante Adams.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep them. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dunn.
And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On first down, they go with Jacobs again.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Back to throw here. It's caught here by Adams.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams, 40 yards.
And the Raiders have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Running the counter with Mostert. 92 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
One more time with Mostert.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive is perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Very short. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Packers, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.